Hi, everyone, and welcome to Hexa Rising 2022. I am Jason, your moderator, and it is an absolute delight for me to start this year's first virtual event. Our session today is Raising a Tuesday Toast with Manny Hinojosa. We hope that you'll have a great tasting experience with Manny. With great pleasure, we would like to announce our significant win at the AVA Digital Awards 2022. We have won the Gold Award for Hexa Rising, and thank you for your continuous support and encouragement. We value your feedback as it helps us do better. Post this session. Please spare 30 seconds of your valuable time to share your feedback by clicking on the link posted in the chat window. Also, don't forget to share your favorite event moments on social media with hashtag HexaRising. That's hashtag HexArising. At Hexaware, we continuously strive to create next-generation leaders with our impactful training initiatives. One such program is Rising Women at Hexaware, an exclusive women leadership program that empowers 25 chosen women to take on leadership roles and implement their learnings in strategic organizational projects. This video will help you understand better.
Finest qualities of emerging an individual, how to strategize and plan and communicate strategically as well.
We learned many things: conflict resolution, leadership development, organizational dynamics.
Aspects to this program like persuasion techniques, innovation, understanding yourself, understanding your organization.
How we can improve our leadership approaches and different ways of thinking and dealing with situations.
Thought-provoking sessions were there. It has helped me in developing my flow of thinking.
Leadership development program from the AND Calcutta is very comprehensive and tailor-made to suit the needs of the working professionals.
The sessions helped in understanding different stakeholder perspective and their expectation. It also helped in understanding the importance of creating opportunity for growth.
It made me think, do a lot of introspection in the way I look at my work.
It helped me to look at leaders in a different perspective now and understand the importance of political management.
How this course sort of complemented the personal journey that I had embarked upon in 2021, giving me an opportunity to grow personally as well as professionally.
I'm sure that these sessions will go a long way in helping me reach the next stage of my career.
I kind of saw the potential. Let's start to think about how do we really drive this potential forward. So I think the first thing I would say to all of you is somebody has tapped you and said, you've got the potential. Don't underestimate the power of that potential that you have. You're here for a reason. You're here because you're great at really advancing this capability, not only for Hexaware, but really for the broader world in general. So really, really make sure that's a very powerful message, and you have to really take that to heart and take that seriously. The second thing I would say is a lot of people continue to say, hey, you need to focus, you need to drive, you need to, deliver. And I'm sure there's a lot of expectations on us as leaders and also as folks that work for all of these organizations. But I think it's also important as women. I think what we bring to the table is empathy, is the ability to collaborate, and the ability to really, really drive the organization forward with who we are.
And now, I would like to introduce you to Manny Hinojosa, who will take us through the session in detail.
Hello, everybody. Welcome, the Hexaware guests. Welcome to this Tuesday. We're going to be drinking, we're going to be sipping, we're going to be enjoying, we're going to be learning about tequila. One of the most desirable spirits in the world right now is tequila. 500 years of history making this beautiful liquid only from Mexico. So welcome, welcome, welcome. And let's get started and let's talk about what we're going to be doing. So we're going to be tasting 3 different tequilas from a different region of the country and different process and different maturation. When I talk about maturation, different aging on the barrel. So first, what's tequila? Tequila is an alcoholic spirit that we made only in 5 states of Mexico. We have 32 states in Mexico, and only 5 they can produce tequila. But many years ago, 500 years ago, they started producing tequila in one state. It was the state of Jalisco. For those people that don't know where Jalisco is located, it's in the Pacific coast of Mexico, and the capital of Jalisco is Guadalajara, second largest city in Mexico. A big resort is in Jalisco, that is Puerto Vallarta. So everything, the magic of tequila, everything started right there in the state of Jalisco. And back in the day, the indigenous people, they didn't know, they used the agave to make an alcoholic beverage called pulque. But not until when the Spanish came to Mexico and they brought the distillation process, is when they start drinking, making tequila. So how do we make tequila? So we use the magic plant called agave, blue agave tequilana Weber, that grows, it needs to grow between 7 to 8 years to have a nice and mature piña. That is what we're gonna be using to make this beautiful liquid. So what we use, we have a nice field full of agaves. They grow 7 to 8 years, 6, 7 or 8 years, depend who is the producer. They harvest the agave. Those gentlemen, they come to the field, the timadores, and they cut the agave with a tool called coa. They shape the agave, look like a giant pineapple, and that pineapple, that giant piña, is gonna go to the distilleries, and they're gonna cook it, they're gonna crush it, they're gonna cook it, they're going to extract all the juices to make tequila. So different process and everything. Well, let's talk about the process of harvesting. They shape the agave. They bring those agaves to the distillery. And after that, they're going to cook those agaves. They're going to cut it in half. Everything is pretty much by hand. And after that, they're going to roast those agaves in ovens, in brick ovens, for about 24 hours. And after that, they get the agave already cooked. Change color, is brown, look like a tamarind, that kind of brown color. And from there, they take those agaves, they smash all the agave and extract all the juice. And from there, they're going to go to fermentation. Fermentation is going to be between 4 to 7 days to ferment all those liquids. And after fermentation, we're going to go to distillation. And the distillation is where you finish with the liquid, the tequila, after the second distillation. So you have to distill it 2 times. You only distill 1 time, doesn't call tequila, called ordinario, and contains different alcohols that are not good for the human body. So by law, you have to do a second distillation to be able to call it tequila. Everything is very well regulated by the Mexican government. It's one of the most spirits that is more regulated and with everything they do, from the harvesting, from all the process, all the way to the bottle. So we have an organization in Mexico called the Tequila Regulatory Council, and what they do, they go and they have inspections in all the distilleries to make sure they're doing the right thing. For Mexico, tequila is a big business, so I want to make sure everybody is aligned and they go according to the law to have this liquid. So like I say, it's one of the most desirable spirits in the world. And I can tell you this, I've been representing tequila brands for about 30 years, and I travel all over the world, talking about tequila, and doing tequila tastings and making cocktails, and I design cocktail menus for, for many, many hotel chains, restaurants, for TV, etc. And I can see how for many, many years, tequila, the people, they want to drink this liquid. Before it was kind of like different. They have a different perception of tequila. Now, everybody wants to drink tequila cocktail. And when I'm talking about cocktails, what is one of the most famous cocktails with tequila? The beautiful cocktail margarita or margarita. And we're going to make that one at the end of the tasting. So let's go to tequila. So we have Tequila Blanco, Tequila Reposado, and Tequila Anejo. We have Tequila Tapatio. This tequila is made in the state of Jalisco, in the highlands of the state of Jalisco. This brand has been around for about 80 years, very well known in Mexico. The bartenders here in the United States, they love this brand. The distillery, they really care how they do it. The master distiller, they make really they use the old school methods of extraction of the tahona and how they make this beautiful liquid. So I want to invite you, everybody, to grab your bottle of Tequila Cazadores Tapatio and pour in your glass. And what I do, I pour around an ounce of tequila, and you see me that I have a wine glass. I'm always a big believer of drinking my tequila in big belly glasses. That I can really, really get all the aromas. I can see how the liquid hangs around the glass, the viscosity, the oils of the tequila, okay? And after that, you can smell it. You can really, really feel everything, all the flavors and aromas that tequila is going to give you. So a lot of people, what they do, they drink it in shot glasses. What is this glass is going to do? It's just going to invite you to drink it in a shot. So we're talking about 500 years of history producing tequila. Only in Mexico they can produce this liquid for all over the world. So I think to get all the aromas, all the flavors, everything we want, a wine glass, a big wine glass is better. Okay? It's always a moment and time to have a shot of tequila, but I think we're going to do the right tasting. I invite you to use a wine glass. So what are we looking for when we're looking at a Tequila Blanco? It's called Blanco. In Spanish, Blanco is white, and because it's a clear liquid. You can see it's nice and clear liquid, and we have the right light in this place right now to really see the colors of the tequila. And sometimes you're going to see in labels that says Blanco Tequila, Plata Tequila, or Silver Tequila. What are the difference between Blanco, Silver, and Plata tequilas? Nothing. It's just commercial names. The category is Blanco Tequila. After the second distillation, you're going to finish with Blanco Tequila. This tequila is a 40 ABV, 40 alcohol by volume. So normally is how they come the tequilas to the United States, 40. If you travel in different places around the world, they're going to have a different alcohol level. But we're tasting here in the United States is 40 ABV, okay? And everything is 40 over here. So what you're going to do, you can see the color is beautiful. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to smell it. And I'm looking for, if you guys like wine, this I always tell people, you guys like wine, when you're drinking a nice Pinot Noir, a nice Sancerre, a nice Chardonnay, you're always looking for those earthy, citrus, different flavors and aromas. So as you're looking for the same notes that you get in a nice, beautiful wine, you're going to look for the same. So I invite you to open your mouth when you smell it and smell. And smell. And think about what are you guys getting. I know it smells like tequila. No doubt about it. It's tequila. Think about it a little bit deeper. what do you guys get? Like me, I get like anise, a little bit of citrus, earthiness, herbal. It's just a beautiful aroma, right? Beautiful tequila. So the state of Jalisco is the one pretty much produces 90% of the tequilas for the world. There are two prime regions of producers of tequila, the Valley of Tequila and the highlands of the state of Tequila. So those three tequilas that we're tasting, they're from the highlands. The agaves, they're gonna grow different. In the valley, the tequila, the agaves, they grow a little bit smaller, and those tequilas, they're more earthy, more herbal. Tequilas from the highlands, they're gonna be a little bit sweeter, floral, and citrusy. So now, the magic part, let's do a little tasting. Small sip, pass the tequila all around your palate. And after that, repeat, same, small, and it's gonna have a different flavor profile. Beautiful, right? It's a long kind of roller coaster of flavors. It's spicy, peppery, citrusy, and sweet in the back. What do you guys think? Any feedback? All good? Okay, so this is Tapatio Blanco, made really the old school method using the taona, roasting the agaves on brick ovens, and after that, the extraction, they do a long extraction and a long distillation. So this tequila is beautiful to sip neat. It's great for cocktails. Me, I'm a big believer of just sipping tequila neat to really enjoy all those flavor profiles that the agave and the method of each distillery or producer is gonna offer you, okay? Something very important here that when we're looking for tequila, we're gonna look, it doesn't matter what brand you guys are drinking, just always look for the label that says 100% blue agave tequila. So if you're making 100% blue agave tequila, is you using blue agave tequilana Weber. Everything, all the sugars, they come from blue agave, you know, and it's another kind of tequila called mixto. All tequila, those tequilas, they have minimum of 51% sugars from blue agave, and the rest sugars from different sources like sugar cane, corn, and it's available in Mexico, and it's totally legal to use it. Price point is different, they're cheaper, and normally those mixto tequilas, they cannot put on the label 100%, and those tequilas, they can be bottled anywhere in the world, and the Mexican Regulatory Council, the government, doesn't have the authority to go to, for example, to Kentucky or to anywhere in the United States or international and check the distilleries. So tequila's 100% blue agave. All those tequilas, they're made in Mexico, bottled in Mexico, and the only source of sugar come from blue agave tequilana Weber. Okay, so very important when you go, you order your cocktail in your bar, or you're looking for a bottle in a liquor store or any store, look for 100% blue agave. Okay, always say 100% blue agave. So
hey Manny, we have our first question from the chat.
Beautiful.
And we also had a couple comments. Joe had mentioned that it's very smooth. Christopher said very good. Kevin said very smooth as well. And then Scott has a question. Is this better chilled or room temperature?
Well, chill, what you're going to do, everything, when you put any type of alcohol, including wine and tequila, cognacs, bourbons, vodkas, you're going to neutralize a lot of the flavors and the bouquet, so that you're gonna be, it's beautiful to drink it cold, but you're not gonna get all the bouquet and the aroma. So really, if you're gonna be doing a real tasting, room temperature. If you really wanna, on a hot day, you wanna have a bottle right in the freezer and enjoy it, chill, I always, it's like, I always tell people, drink tequila the way you want, the way you enjoy it. It's nobody to tell you, I'm just guiding you and tell you how tequila should be drank. But if you like it chill, enjoy it chill. Cool? Okay, so we have the Tapatio Blanco. Now we're going to move to another staple brand in Mexico that is Tequila Cazadores. So Tequila Cazadores is made in the highlands of Jalisco, Mexico too. And this tequila is a reposado. Reposado, reposar in Spanish is to rest. So this tequila was a blanco, and after that was sent to the barrels. And what Cazadores does, they use brand new barrels from Kentucky, brand new, small, so to do the maturation. So they send this tequila between 2 months and 1 year. And after that, the master tequilero, the master blender, grab all those barrels and does a blending to always have the same flavor and consistency on the liquid. So you can buy it in 6 months and it's exactly the same flavor that it was 2 years ago. Okay, so what they do, Cazadores is celebrating 100 years of making tequila. Like I say, it's a very, very staple brand. You can find it pretty much everywhere. It's about in 65 countries. It's big in the United States, huge in Mexico. Everything is, Don Jose Maria started making Cazadores in 1922. And started making reposado. It's how for many, many decades, he didn't commercialize Blanco Tequila, only the reposado. And you can see how you have a Blanco and you have your reposado, how the color, the barrel is going to change the color of the liquid, of the tequila. So we're going to pour again in this wine glass. And same thing. You can always, what I always like to tell people is like, you have your Blanco, you have your reposado, and you can go back and forth. You can even go back to move your tequila Blanco to see how the viscosity, the oils, they hang around the walls of the glass. And the reposado, same thing. So we have a reposado. This is a beautiful, beautiful, look at this color. This is brand new barrels from Kentucky, 200 liters. They want to make sure all the tequila that is sent to those small barrels is in contact with the wood, right? To get those flavor profiles from new barrel. So normally tequila companies, what they do is they use recycled barrels from whiskey, cognac, bourbon, Bordeaux, brandies, etc., rum. Tequila Cazadores, what they do is brand new barrels. They're only for Tequila Cazadores, okay? So it's all about tequila. Sometimes you're going to be tasting another tequilas. They use whiskey, and you're going to get some notes of whiskey and tequila, and they make beautiful liquids, right? But this is all tequila. So what we're going to do is now smell it. What do you guys get? Like, for example, here I get some notes of vanilla, butterscotch.
Manny, Adrian is saying the aroma is definitely very different. Kevin says vanilla, nutty.
Nutty, yeah. Another note like roasted pineapple. The aroma, if you go back to the Blanco, totally, this is like more earthy, herbal, sweeter.
Joe says less floral.
Less floral. Less floral, the reposado. Okay, so now let's taste it. Oh, it's very easy to drink. Sweeter on the palate, all from beginning to the end. And has a nice aftertaste in a very positive way. Right? How do you drink reposado? Reposado makes a beautiful margarita, and a beautiful Paloma cocktail. And I can tell you a little bit more. The Paloma In Mexico, only on the tourist areas, people drink margaritas. All inland, where there's not a lot of tourists, people drink palomas. And the paloma is tequila, can be blanco reposado. They put a little bit of salt, they put a little bit of lime on the rocks in a Collins glass, and they top it with grapefruit soda. So that's a classic staple cocktail, and it's normally how people drink tequila if they're gonna be drinking it in a cocktail. But normally people drink tequila neat with sangrita. And sangrita is a little chaser that is made with tomato juice, citrus, lime, orange, hot sauce, tomato, and a little bit of grenadine. It's a beautiful chaser. And so you drink your tequila and a sip of the sangrita. And it's normally how you go to a cantina or a restaurant, and it's how normally they're gonna be serving your tequila without asking. It's coming with your sangrita on the side. Okay? So that is the reposado. Remember.
We have a couple comments. Manny, a couple more comments. Folks saying easier to drink, a little smoother than the first. One comment that this tasting will get easier the more we drink as we go ahead. And then we did have a question. You kind of touched on it earlier, but is there a specific glass type for tequila?
Yeah, I mean, normally in the 2 centuries, people they've been using the shot glass. And I mean, I don't see why we cannot change it to a nice wine glass where we're gonna be really. I have tequila Tapatio here, and I have tequila Tapatio Blanco here. So the difference is like day and night. Smell it. I can barely smell the liquid, the notes. I can get everything, all the aromas. You're gonna get in tequila, you can get about 350 different aromas that is the tequilas they're gonna offer you. Okay, so I highly recommend to drink your tequila in a wine glass. And guess what? You know how I call it? The Mexican Chardonnay. I even have t-shirts that say, my favorite wine is tequila, hashtag Mexican Chardonnay. Okay, cool?
We have one more question from Joe. Joe wants to know about the practice of drinking with salt, doing a shot, and then having the wedge of lime afterwards. What your thoughts are on that?
You know what? I was just in Mexico last week, and it was very interesting because I haven't seen this ritual in a long time, you know, and we kind of always, tequileros, people like me, we always criticize that. But that was the old school time, you know, people that tequilas, they were really harsh, and it was hard to drink it. So the lime and salt used to help you to that harshness of the tequila. But I was in Loreto, in Baja California, Mexico, in the Sea of Cortez, and I saw somebody, you know, older fellow, and he was putting the salt and the lime, and I kind of really love it, you know. So, you know, it's always nice to do once in a while, you know. If you have to be careful with the sodium, but it's fun to drink it in different ways. You know, you can always. That's the beauty of drinking different spirits or different tequila. You can drink it with sangrita. You can drink it with lime and salt. You can drink it with an orange. You can drink it with a slice of grapefruit. So it's nice always to have fun, enjoy different types, different. It's nothing is set in stone. So just have fun, enjoy, because you know what? Tequila is a fun spirit. Tequila, everything about tequila is related to fiesta, to happiness, to enjoy it, you know? So that is your answer right there. Okay?
And we have one more question for you before we get on to the next one from Scott. What is the difference between tequila and mezcal?
So there are a lot of different spirits. They come from different agaves in Mexico. Remember, I mentioned a little while ago, we had 32 states in Mexico. So mezcal normally comes from the state of Oaxaca. And they use different type of agaves. And the agaves, what they do, they cook it underground with rock, lava rock and wood. So, you know, they get the piñas, the agaves, they get very smoky. And after that, you have the cross-contamination when you have the liquids fermenting, and so they're cooking the piñas underground, and you have all that smoke coming, and you have the open tanks in the fermentation, cross-contamination, so they get super smoky. Back in the day, when I'm talking about 500 years ago, 400 years ago, everything in Mexico that used to come from agave, anything distilled spirit comes from agave, was considered a mezcal. Okay, so they used to call it mezcales of Mexico. So we have mezcal, tequila, bacanora, sotol, and raicilla. And it's a new one, not new one, but it comes from a pulque, another beverage, and it's a destilado de pulque. So all those are different spirits. They come from different agaves, okay? Different region of the country, how they produce it, and different agave. Cool? Okay. So we taste any more questions about reposado on your Blanco reposado? Cool. Now what we're going to do, we're going to be tasting Tequila Anejo, and this is made by Cazadores too. And you see the color changed totally because it's longer on the barrel. This tequila is between 2 months to 1 year, and this tequila is aged and goes to maturation between 1 year and 3 years, okay? So we're gonna pour again in this wine glass. And look at that beautiful color. I mean, it's just very inviting. And now let's see how the tequila, oh, I like that noise. Love that noise. Okay, and see, it's longer on the barrel. You can see the tears of the legs coming slowly, slowly on the glass. Right? Right there. So more oils, more viscosity. And of course, that's going to affect the palate. Okay, so now on the nose. And I see myself on the screen. I open my mouth every time I sip it because for a reason. If you close your mouth when you're smelling tequila, the only thing you get is the alcohol, and it just blocks everything over here in your sinus, and it's all you get. So when you open your mouth, you have circulation. Oh, so easy. Okay? So this tequila, it smells like earth, leathery, like dry fruits, like dry apricots, and some orange peel, orange oils. Now let's do a little tasting. Oh, so beautiful. More oily, silky on the palate. And it's orange, like orange flavors all around. And dry fruits, like raisins, kind of that kind of flavor. But continue a little bit very woody and earthy. What do you guys think so far about Tapatio Blanco, Cazadores Reposado, and Cazadores Anejo? Remember, this tequila doesn't go to the barrel at all, Tapatio. After the second distillation, what they do, they balance the liquid to wherever alcohol gradation is going to go, and that's it. It's bottled. And after that, this tequila is aged between 2 months and 1 year, and after that, this one is aged between 3 years, 1 year and 3 years. Okay? And there are more tequilas, more categories. So you have Blanco, you have a Joven, you have Reposado, Añejo, Extra Añejo, and Cristalino. So there are 5 different styles of tequila that you guys can enjoy, and you guys are going to become, after this presentation, you're going to be so into tequila. You guys want to go buy more tequila after you finish your 3 bottles over the weekend and making margaritas and having fun with your friends, you're gonna get hooked up with tequila, because tequila, like I say, is super fun. Okay?
So we have a couple comments from the last tasting. We have spicy and oaky. We have very smooth, no bite at all. We have excellent, another perfect spice. One person mentioned got a little kick this time. And then we do have a question from Christopher. Are there longer aged tequilas as well?
Yeah. So like I say, so you have Tequila Blanco that can go up to 2 months into the barrel and is still considered a Blanco Tequila. Reposado, the category is 2 months to 1 year. Añejo, 1 year and 3 years. Extra Añejo or Muy Añejo is 3 years and up. And after that, it's a new style of tequila called Cristalino. So it's a tequila, a aged tequila that goes through a charcoal filtration to remove the color of the barrel and remove the heavy notes of the barrel too. So at the end of the charcoal filtration, that tequila is clear. There are a lot of good tequilas, cristalinos on the market. That's a new style. Okay?
Yep, and we have another question from Kevin, who wants to know, how long is the Reposado aged?
Reposado, 2 months. Reposado, 2 months to 1 year. And when I say 2 months to 1 year, because that's the category, you know. So like I mentioned before, you have the master blender, they supervise the whole production of tequila, from the field, what type of field, where the agave comes from, and after that, the whole production process is supervised by every single house that they produce tequila. And after that, when it's about aging, the maturation, you have barrels from different age. For example, in Tequila Cazadores, they have barrels that the life of a barrel is 10 years for Tequila Cazadores. But you have a brand new barrel that just arrived to the distillery, and you have another barrel that has been sitting there for 8 years, making reposado. If you send Tequila Blanco to the new barrel, it's going to give you a different flavor profile. If you send that tequila to an older barrel, it's going to give you a different flavor profile. So what the master blender does is they do a blending between all their barrels to always have with the same consistency and flavor profile and the color of the tequila. Cool?
And then we have another question from Kevin.
Yeah.
Do they market single barrels, something like a bourbon would, where you do a single barrel?
There are some companies, they do a single barrel, and there's some companies, what they do, they commercialize just, you know, for example, you go to a restaurant chain and they go to Mexico and they buy the whole production of maybe 10 barrels. And this is exclusively for this restaurant. They put on the label, made exclusively for whatever place, you know, yeah. So they do that, single barrels. Salada is beautiful to travel. I invite you someday, if you have the opportunity to visit Mexico and Jalisco, is beautiful, the whole production. You see those haciendas, they've been there for centuries, and you have agave fields all around, and the contrast with the red soil that is going to give you different flavor to the agave. You know, it's going to give a lot of iron to the agave that is going to give the flavor profile. So you have that contrast, the red soil, the blue agave, and one old school hacienda, very Mexican, and it's just a beautiful trip. You can go to Tequila, Jalisco, or you can go to Los Altos, to the highlands of Jalisco, and tour different distilleries. It's beautiful. And something that Mexico always offers is tequila and beautiful food.
Speaking of food, what kind of food pairings would you look at for each of these 3 tequilas tonight?
I mean, you can do, with tequila is so versatile. So you can go, you can do like just a pairing with just different type of citrus and a little bit of chile powder. For example, añejo with a slice of orange with cinnamon and sugar. So you have a little bite of the orange slice with cinnamon and sugar and a sip of Tequila Cazadores Añejo. But I mean, Mexican food, for example, something spicy, Blanco Tequila, super spicy. Something kind of like on the tropical, using pineapple and mango and some of that kind of fish tacos, a nice reposado. Okay, for example, I have guacamole. Guacamole is sounds hard, but it's very easy to make. So it's avocados, cilantro, tomatoes, chiles, and lime and citrus. And that's it. You smash everything, and I have a little bit of avocado here to do a nice little pairing. So you have totopos, is how we call it in Mexico, or tortilla chips, and you just do a little bit of the tortilla chip with guacamole. And if you like it more spicy, just chop a couple more serranos on jalapenos, and it's up to you how spicy you want it. Cool? Any more questions?
And yeah, we do. We have a great crowd tonight asking
Beautiful.
a lot of questions for Manny. And if you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the chat. Just address them to everyone. Scott wants to know, what's your favorite tequila style and brand? And then is that brand available in the United States?
That's a tricky question right there. I normally like to drink tequila blancos. So I like to taste the agave. I like to taste the fruit. I like to taste the land. So in tequila blancos is where you really want to get all those flavors. You know, before when it gets to maturation, to aging, it start changing that interaction between the tequila and the barrel. Kind of change the flavor profile. It's always a time, and like in winter time, it's always nice to have an añejo. Reposado is nice because it's not a blanco, it's not an añejo. It has a little bit of both. But personally, Blanco Tequilas. Brands, there are so many brands. There are about 2,500 tequila brands available. Not all are good. A lot are there only available in the United States. Some they're available only in Mexico. I like Cazadores. I like Tapatio. That's why we choose with the team to do a tasting with it. I think this is a great tequila. Cazadores is great. And the thing is, something always very important, don't go by the price, because sometimes you buy super expensive tequilas and they're not good. Just do your homework. Just get your phone, look for, read a little bit about tequila. I can share with you, it's a great app about different tequilas, ratings and everything. And it's like go to a restaurant and buy a expensive bottle of wine. You can get one for $20 that is amazing, super tasty. So it's always just learn a little bit about the liquid, and it's what you like. It's like I said before, it's what you like. Okay.
So speaking of that, so Adrian mentioned that he just mixed all three of our samples tonight. He said, I'm not sure if that's allowed. He said the aroma was diminished, but the flavors all at once is very interesting. So, what are your thoughts on, mixing different tequilas, whether it be to drink by themselves or with a mixed drink?
Well, he needs to give me his phone number, because maybe I'm going to hire him to be the master blender for a couple tequila companies. They're looking for a master blender. Let's see. I'm going to do something like that right now. Same quantities, let's see. I have Blanco, I have Reposado, and I have a little bit of Añejo. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, it kind of loses. It has to be a little more balanced. I don't know if you can put a little more Añejo, more Blanco. I went equal parts. I think I keep it the way it is right now. They're just the master blenders in those tequila companies. They know what they're doing, and I think they're doing an amazing job.
The Parvinder wants to know, what are some of the best things that can be mixed with tequila?
Okay, so you can go classic cocktails. You can make a beautiful old-fashioned with añejo. So use vermouth, cherry, little bit of sugar, and it's all classic cool cocktail. My style is more into the tropical, easy to drink cocktails that I can have more than one. Like I can just tell the bartender, make me another one. I don't have to, okay, make me an old fashioned. How many old fashions you can drink, right? But Paloma, Margarita, prickly pear, tamarind, mango, pineapple. I like tequila soda with lime, and I put a spicy, I rim the glass with some spicy chile, and it's easy to drink. It all depends where you are, the day of where you at. If you are like in the beach, in a nice resort, enjoying the beautiful summer, something tropical. If you're in a nighttime in a winter place, maybe you want to go more old school, something where maybe you can have a mule, and a reposado with ginger and a bit chipotle powder is beautiful, and mint. Tequila is one of the most versatile spirits. You can mix it with anything, and they're just beautiful.
We have a question asking, what do you think about some of the tequila brands that have been started by celebrities recently?
Oh my God. Well, I respect the brands that they made in Mexico. All tequilas, they have to be made in Mexico. But they were in Mexico, and they have to go through the Mexican palate first, because, a lot of those tequila brands, they just made it in the United States, but they never went to the toughest consumers. They're the Mexicans. We're the connoisseurs of that spirit. As soon as they respect Mexico, the land, the agave, the employees, and everything, I'm cool with that. But when they start losing that love and just using the commercial part of using the liquid and not giving any respect to where the tequila comes from, I don't like that.
Linda has a question, just asking, you described earlier a mix that included grapefruit soda. Could you describe that again, please?
Yeah, so the Paloma, best cocktail ever. Easy to make. You don't have to be a mixologist, you don't have to be a bartender, you don't have to have the skills of making it. So you grab a glass, Collins glass, normally 12 to 14 ounces, and rim it with salt. You put a little bit of lime, like this. Like this, and you roll your glass in regular salt, or you can do a spicy salt like the one I have here. Okay, and that's how you roll, and you have your glass ready to go. This is a glass for a margarita. We're going to be making a margarita in a little bit, but for the Paloma, so you have your highball, your Collins glass, put ice, put 1.5 ounces of tequila, Blanco reposado. You put 0.5 ounce of fresh lime juice, top it with grapefruit soda. There are three big brands, Squirt. Normally you're going to find Squirt in a can, or you're going to find Squirt in a glass bottle. Green glass bottle comes from Mexico, real sugar, instead of using the other high fructose. So if you can find, it's available all over the United States. So a Squirt, green bottle, and you can see even in the bottom of the Squirt the pulp from the grapefruit. So just top it with that, and you have a beautiful, tasty cocktail, and everybody will love it. Okay, so that's the Paloma.
And one more question.
Fresca is another brand, and Jarrito, the Mexican brand, is another soda.
One more question in the chat. Do you ever mix añejo?
Yeah, once in a while. Normally, I like to taste it neat. But like I say, old-fashioned is a great cocktail. A coffee drink with añejo. So you use a little bit of chocolate syrup or coffee liqueur. You can make a Mexican mocha, añejo, coffee liqueur, a little bit of chocolate syrup, coffee, whipped cream, and sprinkle a little bit of cinnamon. So that is unbelievable. To finish the night after a beautiful dinner or a nightcap, that's great.
Great questions from our audience. So, Manny, I'll turn it back over to you. Looks like you have some more to do over there.
Cool. So let's make a cocktail. So we're talking about cocktails, but I'm just describing let's get hands-on to make a cocktail. So what I'm going to do is I have my shaker right here, and I'm going to move those tequilas here. So what I'm going to be making, I talk a lot about the margarita, one of the most popular cocktails in the world, and it's one of the most recognized cocktails with tequila, right? So what I'm going to use is I'm going to be using a Tequila Cazadores Blanco. But this margarita is going to be different because I have a roasted jalapeno chile. So today I turned the grill, and I just grilled this. You can just put it on, straight to the fire, and you're good to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get 3 slices of jalapeno, and I don't need to mortal. I'm just going to have, because they're very nice and soft, so what I do, I'm just going to put it right there. So now I have Tequila Cazadores, and I have 1.5 ounces. So this is simple syrup. Simple syrup is water and sugar, equal parts. You can buy it at the store, but we'll be wasting your money because you can make it in your house in 3 seconds. Equal parts of sugar, equal parts of water, a little bit of hot water, mix it with sugar, equal parts, and you're good to go. So don't buy what you don't need to buy. So we put simple syrup, and this is premium triple sec. What's a triple sec? It's an orange liqueur. So we have 1.5 ounces of Tequila Cazador Reposado, 3/4 ounce of simple syrup, 3/4 ounce of orange liqueur. Many brands available in the market. And after that, what we're going to do, we're going to have this lime press, and we're going to squeeze a whole lime. I can see some faces. Actually, I cannot see any faces, but you guys, this cocktail is cool, okay? So what I need to do here, ice. So I'm going to put some ice. And shaking. Right there. And now, the magic of mixing all those flavors together and getting the jalapeno chiles, the roasted jalapeno chiles. I forgot something, guys. Sorry. A little bit of cilantro. So we have some cool Mexican ingredients that normally we use in salsa. So we have jalapeno, roasted jalapeno. We have cazadores. We have the fresh lime juice. We have all those cool ingredients. And now what we're going to do, we're going to pour right here. Look at that. Look at the color that the jalapeno is giving me. I can see a little bit of cilantro there. And cocktails, you always have to garnish it. You have to make it pretty, desirable. So what we do, we have this, and this is the roasted jalapeno margarita that now you guys are pros. You can make it anywhere when you go to a party or you have people in your house. Let me impress you. I'm going to make you a beautiful cocktail. It's not too spicy. It's just nice charcoal-y and the agave. I need to taste it to see really if I did good. Oh, beautiful. And after that, a little bite of guacamole. What do you guys think? Good? Oh my God. So good. Any questions?
We have one last question from John. If I don't have a lime and I'm measuring lime juice, how much should I use? And then I'll go ahead and have you cue everyone to your social media after you answer that question.
Okay, the question was about the lime juice. I'm sorry.
Yep, if I don't have a lime and I'm using lime juice, how much should I use?
3/4 ounce. 3/4 ounce. So we have an ounce and a half of tequila, 3/4 ounce simple syrup, 3/4 ounce of premium triple sec, 3/4 ounce of fresh lime juice, shaky with the jalapeno and the cilantro, and you're good to go. So, amigos, follow us in social media. We have in Instagram, Manny Hinojosa, Hinojosa. Follow us. We go all over the world tasting tequila. We go to bars. We go cooking with different people, and we always having fun with tequila. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Keep it up, and happy Tuesday.
Thank you so much, Manny. I would now like to introduce Anurag Tyagi, AVP Hexaware, to say a few words.
Well, thank you so much, Jason, and thank you so much, Manny, and thanks everyone who participated with us today and spent an evening with us. So first of all, I would like to confess something to Manny. Manny, I had never had a tequila in a wine glass before in my life. This is the first time I ever had a tequila in a wine glass, because for me, tequila is just as everyone was talking about, like with the salt, with the lemon, and just shot, right? So, thank you so much, for giving us education, for the tequila. And thanks everyone, who's joined with us. We really appreciate, you spend a time with us. And I would request, if you could, whatever the great moment you have seen, just tag in our social media, #Hexaware Rising. And of course, I'm sure our team is going to send a, small email. If you can take a 30-second, just give us a feedback as to, you like that event, what else we can do about, all kind of stuff. I'm so sorry. I had maybe 4 or 5 glasses, and Manny, I mix everything, so I don't even know what I'm talking about, but thank you so much. And thanks, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, before we get going, I do want to have everyone please turn on your cameras. Let's take a big group photo here. Everyone can hold up your glass. We'll take a nice group photo and have everyone a night to remember for certain. All right, here we go. In 1, 2, 3. All right, we're going to get one more. We had a couple folks turn on their cameras at the end there. Here we go, one more time. 1, 2, 3, cheers. Perfect. And I would like to invite anyone at this moment now. We had a very fun evening with Manny, learned a lot. If anyone wants to share their experience, you're welcome to unmute your microphone. Share it with the group if you'd like. No pressure, but we always encourage it.
Manny, how many such shows do you do at night?
One. I'm traveling to DC in a couple hours, so I have, as soon as we're done here with you guys, beautiful, head up to the airport and fly to Washington, D.C. I'm based in California.
By the way, today, I'm not sure if how many of you know, today is a National Deep Dish Pizza Day. And I'm in Chicago. Okay. So I'm going to order that, and I'm going to enjoy after this a deep dish pizza. Thank you so much, Manny. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, everyone. We appreciate it. We sincerely thank everyone here present today for joining our special event. Hope you had a good time. Please don't forget to share your favorite event moments on social media with the hashtag Hexarising. That's hashtag HEXARISING. The Hexaware team would love to know your feedback regarding this session, so we've posted a link in the chat window, and we'll be sending you an email with the link to the feedback form as well, so please do spare 30 seconds to let us know how you enjoyed this session. Thank you so much, and everyone have a great night.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. Thank you. Thank you once again.